So today is March 19 and we're gonna do the last four topics of AP Calculus AB, and it's all about 8.8 volumes with cross sections, and we are focusing on triangles and semicircles. Yesterday we focused on squares and rectangles, right? So we're gonna use this functions right here. It's gonna be, what is this? Square root, right? And the other one is parabola. Okay, so a region is bounded by y is equal to x squared and y is equal to square root of x, and forms the base of various solids. So the cross sections of each solid are listed below, but they are all perpendicular to the x-axis. So what does it say? Perpendicular to
The x-axis.
Okay. So we have, so since it is perpendicular to x-axis, so that means we have this, okay, right here, perpendicular to x-axis. Okay, clear now. So equilateral triangle, you know what equilateral triangle is, right? Okay, so equilateral, all sides are equal to each other, congruent. So when we say equilateral triangle, it is also equiangular. Okay? Equiangular. Can you close your Chromebook first? Listen to my discussions. Okay. Next is isosceles right triangle. Okay? You know what isosceles right triangles? So two sides are congruent. Okay? So, and we have semicircles. So, volume of solid with known cross sections. Volume is integral from a to b and then ax dx. Ax is area. Do you get me? So whatever is the area of equilateral triangle. So as I said yesterday, we're gonna have to recall formulas, what you learn in geometry. Okay, guys? Okay, so there are a lot of things to recall. Okay, so that is why I discourage students taking summer class geometry, taking summer class algebra 2, because there are a lot of stuff you need to know, and 6 weeks summer is not guaranteed that you learn all those topics in geometry, algebra, pre-calculus. Okay? So, because I don't want you to struggle, guys, because there are a lot of students doing that and they struggle.
I'm struggling with.
Okay, so we have where AX is the area. Take note, area of the cross section perpendicular to the x-axis. Okay, so can I move this up now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck. 30 come on one page.
So we're gonna have equilateral triangle cross sections. So the volume would be, could anyone recall the formula for the area of equilateral triangle?
Area, so it's
Area.
half times base times area.
Equilateral. Remember, it's gonna be a regular polygon, right?
Yeah, so it's base times
So the hypotenuse, right? So I'll just give you the formula for this one for equilateral triangle, which is square root of 3 over 4. Okay, square root of 3 over 4.
Square root of 3 over what? Square root of 3. What does that have to becomes
So,
over
9/4.
square root of 3/4,
I mean,
and then s squared. S is the side, right?
yeah.
Okay, and then dx. Can you please copy that down?
And no clue that was true.
And for isosceles right triangle,
It does.
Yeah, right.
1/2 s squared.
Okay, that one
So,
makes sense.
1/2 s is the side, okay?
Yes.
dx. So right here where s is, what do you think is s on the first one?
Like the value?
How we do the s last time? The bounded region would be the f of x minus the g of x. Very good. So where s is equal to f of x minus
I love when
the
everything
g
lost.
of x.
When you're lost.
Oh.
Okay. Remember, we are using the graph a while ago, the graph of parabola and what is that? Square root graph, right? So we're gonna remember that because we have to use that right here, the next one. Okay, how about S and the isosceles triangle? It's the same thing, right? F of x minus
G of x.
G of x. So f of x minus G of x. Okay, how about semicircle? So we are only
Half.
concerned of half of a circle, right? So what do you think is the formula for entire full circle?
Pi r squared.
Half power squared.
Okay, so pi r square, right?
Yeah.
But since this is semicircle, it's gonna be half. Okay,
Half pi
so
r
we
squared.
have 1/2
dx. I guess it.
Yeah.
pi
Degenerate,
r
right?
square dx.
Jotting.
And where r is what? What do you think is r?
Radius.
F of,
That makes sense. That radius is the.
then,
Minus G of x.
say it money.
F of x minus G of x.
Partial
What
only
else?
kid.
Since we are on semicircle, what we
Moxie
do.
loves her black
So
and
we
white.
have, you have the idea, money.
She loves my black and white.
Over 2 or?
G over
Bigger than black and white.
2. Okay, sorry.
So when we have for dinner, guys. We'll talk about that a lot.
What did I
Is this clear?
I beat it.
So we're gonna be using these formulas for
And this first.
the problem. And this topic is very short. After this, we're gonna have practice right away.
B?
Any question first before we do problem A, then B and C? Question? Pregunta? Okay. So,
What about you, Chris?
you need to remember, okay? The formulas.
That's fine.
As I said, recall all the time what you learn in geometry, the formulas. Okay? That is why I'm not following the illustrative math for geometry because I have reasons for the magnet. In fact, I've been telling Miss Cruz to follow the traditional way of teaching geometry because illustrative math, it's only intended for, I don't know, but for students taking AP, you need to study step by step. Okay? So, can I move this up now?
Yep.
Okay.
Then
Already-
sure.
already
Thank you.
Sorry. Sometimes this class is.
So again, I'll just write right here the graph or draw the graph. With the graph a while ago given as square root. So I'll put blue color and a parabola. Okay. So which means this green color is y is equal to x squared, right? How about the blue color? The blue color is y is equal to, I'll do color coding, square root of x, right? Okay, so perpendicular to the x-axis, and the limit is from 0 up to 1. Question: find the volume of each solid with a given cross-section perpendicular to the x-axis. So how we write the integral right here now? Would anyone tell me for letter A, equilateral triangle?
That was it.
Please look at the formula a while ago.
A while ago. Whoa.
What is equilateral triangle formula?
Radical 3 over 4s
Okay,
squared.
so
dx.
what to start?
Radical 3.
V equals, I need to hear that. V equals what? Can you?
Radical 3.
Huh? Radical? Integral. Okay.
Integral.
The integral. And what's the limit, guys?
0 to 1.
From 0 to 1. And then? Okay.
Here we go.
Then, what's next now?
Now you do the equation, correct?
The equation.
Thank you.
Okay. So what is that equation?
Radical 3.
So we have radical 3 over 2 and
Over
then
4.
Over 4, Mr. Over 4.
Over 4, over 4.
Very
I had
good.
it.
I have the intention why I said 2. I write 2 right away for you to react. That means you are listening to me. Thank you, guys. Okay?
Yes.
So over 4, not 2. See, I want you to react right away. So what is our upper curve? The upper curve is the blue,
Blue. It's
right?
radical x.
The blue, and the lower curve is the green. So
For sure.
the blue color, which is upper curve, so square root of x minus the green, which is the lower curve. The green is x squared. Okay. And then what's next, guys?
Square it.
Square, right?
Always square root.
Okay. Square, and then what's next after square?
dx.
Dx. Okay.
Integration.
So that's it.
If we put it in calculator.
So Michael?
You can. If this is free response questions and under questions 1 and 2, then you can use calculator. But normally, if this falls on multiple choice, you don't have to solve for the volume. You just have to do that. You have to do set up only the integral or integration
I
time.
feel that myself.
Okay. So, is this fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's assume that this is multiple choice question and the options are written this way. So that's your answer, final answer. Unless it is the problem states that find the volume. Okay?
Yes.
Am I clear, guys?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So, granting that the question says find the volume, what do you think is the volume? So, I'd like you to use calculator now.
Calculator.
What you have?
Anthony? 0.055.
Okay. So, the volume, what is that, Anthony?
0.0556.
3 decimals, final answer. So, it should be 6.
7.
And what's the unit?
Cubic.
Cubic units, okay? So cubic units.
Per cubic.
Do we do the approximation instead of the equal?
Or
Or,
it could be, yeah, approximately. Thank you, Manny.
A what? A cubic what? Units.
Cubic units. U is units, okay?
I was looking if there was feet or something. No.
You would love feet.
Okay.
Any other answer aside from that one? No other answer?
He's cooking.
Approve?
I'm trying. Okay. Let
No
me-
one react?
I'm reacting right now.
Chris is reacting. So what's your reaction, Chris?
Let
Is
me-
it violent reaction?
No,
Or-
that's same one. It's good.
Same?
It's good.
Okay. Thank you. So as I said, we don't care to solve for the exact volume. What we are after is to set up the integration, right? Set up the integrals. Okay. Anybody wants to do
kinda
letter B?
We don't pay attention.
Can you please?
I know. Imagine if you do.
It's isosceles right triangle.
He loaded us too much.
Just test.
Let me do the isosceles right triangle real quick.
Evelyn? You have the formula a while ago, right? Isosceles. What's the formula for isosceles?
Half side squared.
1/2.
S squared. Dx.
Then anyone wants to do it?
I forgot about dx.
Tyler?
Love Tyler. Skinny fat racks. Get the fuck up on my way.
So we have volume is equal to the integral.
Fucking nerdy.
Okay.
Oh,
Anybody wants to do it? Mike?
Mike.
You want Anthony?
Anthony. Oh, he wants it.
Okay.
Okay,
shall we
Anthony.
give
Round of applause, round of applause.
Hey.
Baby Anthony.
Love it. I got 0.064 units cubed. Units squared. I'm telling you, we pay attention, this is actually easy.
I'm paying attention.
Oh, yes, it's unit 6.
Okay, great. You don't have to solve for the
Oh, Anthony, it's
exact value.
it's
I
0.064.
Final answer? Unit. Okay.
Unit squared.
Shall we give Anthony again a round
Units
of
cubed?
applause? Cubic units because it's volume. Okay. So how about letter C? Okay. I'll give you 2 minutes to do first letter C, and then I want volunteer to stand and deliver. Okay?
Oh, I'm delivered. What's the rating?
F of X minus G of X.
I didn't give you the mastery check yesterday, right?
For 8%?
For 8.7.
Yeah.
not.
Oh no,
8.7 corrective
I think
assignment.
you did, yeah.
Only corrective assignment, but no mastery check.
Yeah. I didn't get my.
So I'll
I
give
think
you
only some people got the mastery check.
I didn't get my.
I got mine, I don't know.
8.7 mastery check.
Yeah, I have mine.
No, I
Are
don't
you
have mine.
serious?
There was like 2 in the back, I swear. On everything.
Sure. I only give like corrective assignment. How many papers I gave yesterday?
A lot.
A lot. Okay. Can you pass this, please? This 8.8 corrective assignment, right? Okay. And then, Miho, pass this corrective assignment. I mean, mastery check for 8.7.
Plug it out today. Let's see 8.8.
Yeah, I might too because this is light.
All you need is a calculator, that's it.
Chris,
If you didn't have this
can you
calculator,
pass this
have it.
8.8
Oh, I didn't know what
mastery
it was.
check?
Oh, you're supposed to put radical x.
Radical X. What?
Minus x squared all in one parentheses. We're also gonna think it's radical x minus x squared. Like you're gonna think of these 2 separate equations.
I believe you. What'd you get overall?
Here you go, Mike.
Thank you, bro. 0.05.
I forgot to put the R over 2.
Where's 8.7?
I give you, bro.
This is extra, Mr. Ray.
skinny fat racks. Stay the fuck up on my waist.
Thank you.
What, bro? You talk to him, you talk to me. He got that. Yeah, right here.
You turned it on.
Bro, I'm gonna like spread this like around my arm, bro. Like
Money spread with.
where is it?
You say you're gonna money spread with master tricks.
So you must have 3 pockets.
I have a little more. But
8.7 mastery check,
And
8.8 corrective assignment, and 8.8 mastery check.
Got him.
Mr. Roy,
Yes.
I have violent reaction.
What's your reaction?
I got zeros for all these assignments.
Huh? Because you didn't tell me that yet.
what? It's graded.
Graded already?
Whoa.
Okay. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, talk later.
Really? I graded already, but I didn't record.
Yeah, look.
Okay. Probably my computer is made in
China.
Yeah, how could I forget? I graded, but I did not record. So again, probably my computer is made in
China.
Just kidding.
Genuinely.
Someone raised his hand. Was it you, Braden? What you need?
It's a semicircle.
Huh? Mastery check for what topic? 8.8 corrective assignment and mastery check. I have extras right here, Braden.
Oh, 8.7 you got it yesterday. Oh, don't get it right. Yeah, 8.7 we got corrective assignment.
Oh my god.
Thank
Oh
you.
my god.
Yeah, corrective assignment.
Guys, if there's an extra, can you put it here?
Wait.
Thank
What'd you
you.
get today? What'd you get today? What was 8.8 and then
Okay, let's have the last one before we do practice.
yeah, he gives you.
Could
Yeah,
anyone
that's same 8.7.
show the work for letter C?
I got you.
Okay, Chris.
Yep.
Shall we give Chris a round of applause?
Hold the hose. For the hose is easy. Damn, man. Can I erase?
Yeah, erase it, bro. Erase it. With your hand. Okay.
I just didn't decide to turn these in.
For letter C. All you have to do is just
Yeah, but we got one yesterday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, shall we give Chris a round of applause? So, what is important is the setup of the integrals, okay? So, it's gonna be the integral from 0 to 1, and then 1/2 pi, and then remember a while ago we defined r as f of x minus g of x over 2, and then square, right? So, any question, guys?
Damn, we should have been through something.
Yeah.
I always thought the pink eraser was the best. What's the best eraser?
Or if you wish to simplify this one, again, guys, let us simplify this, okay? Because if this question falls on mastery check, I mean multiple choice, then it's not written this way as the final answer, but it is simplified form. Okay.
I go.
So,
Oh, I go.
Well,
I'll throw it.
So everything is done the way
where's
you
can
wanted
I
it, or-
erase this?
Yes, you
first? This one.
I was just.
Thank
Once I
you.
felt my driver, I was like, it just felt
A
good.
lot.
So we're gonna simplify this one
American
because
shit 250.
in the
When the
actual
bucks came-
multiple
the bucks
choice,
came into it,
it's simplified
American came
form.
to it.
Okay, listen now.
He was like,
Listen now.
we're not hurt because
Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I was done.
Okay, so I'll do step by step, guys, for the simplified solution. So the integral from 0 to 1, and we can write pi over 2, right? Am I right, guys? Am I
You're always-
right?
you're always right.
Okay, and then square. So therefore, we're gonna have square root of x minus x squared, then over,
I didn't think we could, but I guess.
then sorry. So square root of x minus x squared, and then square over what? Over 2? Sure?
Very.
Sure? What is 2 square?
Oh.
What?
Ah.
Right?
Oh.
And then dx. Careful, you're squaring this. Okay?
You can just do it the way I did it.
So,
And then can you simplify the top?
then,
Doesn't it cancel out?
which means the integral from 0 to 1, and then pi over what? 8. Right? 2 times 4 denominator. So this means square root of x minus x squared, and then square dx. And then what to do with this? Pi over 8.
Plug it into calculator?
No.
You can write that in front.
Oh, because it's a constant
So,
K.
if this is again multiple choice questions, it is written in simplified form. So it's now pi over 8, the integral from 0 to 1, and you have square root of x minus x squared
And then you put a du.
dx
And then
as
du
the
dx.
final answer.
And dx. That's not that
Okay?
bad. But like,
Any question, guys? Because
it's just multiply.
you might be looking at the options and you say there's no option for
Function.
You gotta simplify.
the question, right? But you're gonna have to simplify because guaranteed, guys, the answers, the options in multiple choice are all simplified. So this is the simplified
Nobody
solution.
told us how to simplify it, and we had to speed.
Oh, yeah. Is that 10 minutes ago? Or was that for them?
What time are we out of this class? Because the
Oh,
schedule.
no. 49.
For today's schedule,
Yeah.
the bell rings at 10:49.
10 minutes.
Oh,
10
let me
minutes.
give it a playlist.
Okay, let's do now practice.
18 minutes. Oh, that's so long.
10 minutes?
Practice, yo.
Let's take.
So can I move this up now for practice?
Yep.
So, the bounded region shown for each problem represents the base of a solid. Find the volume of each solid based on the given cross sections. Set up the integrals first, then use a calculator to evaluate. Again, what is asked? To set up the integrals. Then after that, use a calculator to evaluate. Okay, so we have this, the interval or semicircle cross sections perpendicular to the x-axis. So perpendicular to x-axis means you have to do it this way. Okay, and then we have x equals 0, then y equals 2, and y equals cube root of x.
Baby girl.
So, I need you to discuss with your partner, okay? With your group.
My group. These
We're
guys.
locked. We're locked.
So, semicircle, you know the formula already.
Just make it.
So, please,
That I don't get.
I need you to recall formula for semicircle.
Okay.
The radius should be f of
X.
x minus
X over 2.
over
2.
2. Okay. Yes.
How do you choose which one's f of x and which one's g of x?
The top is always f of x, the g of x always
If
bottom.
this is perpendicular to x-axis, so always this,
Okay.
the top.
Top is f of x.
But let's say you
I
didn't have the
remember
graph, you just had the equation.
Equate. You equate. Okay. So you equate this and this one.
So equal to each other.
Yes.
And then the lesser one you subtract.
Mm-hmm.
So then it'd be 2 minus cube root of x.
Yes.
Oh.
The lesser one is always g of x.
Okay.
Yep. No, yeah. Yeah.
That's what he said earlier.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the lower curve is always g of x, the upper curve is always f of x.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
we have it.
can I change the color now for the upper curve?
There's some of it.
The upper curve is the blue color.
B equals
It like.
Okay. This blue color is the upper curve, and the black color is the
Especially here.
lower curve. Therefore, the blue minus the black,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
The upper curve minus the lower curve. So, a very good question a while ago. Suppose there's no graph right here. So what to do? Equate each other, right? You're gonna equate each other for us to have. You're gonna draw. But anyway, this is very simple. It's just in cube root. Okay.
Yeah.
So then equate each other, and you have the limit. But this one, what do you think is the limit?
Yeah, we do.
Probably you cannot see. Can I erase this first?
0 to 8 or
Day one. Okay. The limit is from
0 to 8.
0 to 8.
Give or take about.
Okay. 0 to 8.
You wrote the equation on the left side.
On the right side. On the left side. I think.
Can we just write away pi over 2? Not writing 1/2 pi?
You do
Just
your
write right away pi over 2.
Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing
Okay? And then the difference of the curve. The upper minus the lower. And then semicircle, that means over 2. And then square. So, to start with, how we write now? Then volume is equal to the integral from
0 to 8.
0 to 8, and then pi over 2.
Yep.
Or you can also write pi over 2
In the front.
in the front. You want it, guys?
It's a constant. I
So
want it.
I'll write pi over 2 if it is semicircle at the front. And then after that, you multiply whatever is the denominator on the difference of the two functions. Okay.
I think I will.
You owe me.
So volume is equal to pi over 2, the integral from 0 to 8, and then what is the upper curve? The upper curve is 2 or dos. So 2 minus, what is the lower curve?
Radical, cube radical.
The cube root of x minus cube root of x over 2 and then square and then dx. You get me? So which means, what is this now? Volume is equal to square of 2. What is the square of 2?
4.
Okay, can you do it now? So we have
Wow.
pi over 2, the integral from 0 to 8, and you have 2 minus the cube root of x squared over 4 dx. So we're gonna set up first. So what's our final setup now? Volume is equal to pi over what? Pi over what?
So that you
8.
Over
Very
8.
good. So pi over 8. The integral from 0 to 8.
What am I
then
thinking too?
2 minus the cube root of
I got it.
x
But you set up way
squared
different. But you could have
dx.
set up way different.
And then after setting up, what to do? Use calculator. Okay? To approximate the volume.
Yeah, this is much easier.
1.257.
Okay, so what's your final answer, Chris?
1.257.
So 1.257 cubic
Oh,
units.
my bad. It's fine.
Okay? Always indicate the units, guys.
Oh, now they do this side on the triangle.
Okay.
And then it's perpendicular to the y-axis.
So now it's 1 is 2.
1, 2.
Oh no, 0, 2, 0.
I mean,
So
yeah,
this is for number 1.
Mm.
Any
And
question?
It's not gonna be there. Look where it starts. No, let
So what is number 2?
we'll let him.
Equilateral triangle. Okay? So you know the formula for equilateral triangle.
It
0 over
is
4. Radical 3 over 4. Side squared.
But careful, what is us?
perpendicular.
Perpendicular.
Can you highlight this one? Perpendicular to the y-axis. So what to do?
Use 0 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Or half to 2.
Fine.
Okay?
Oh, we gotta equal each other.
So you need to be careful. Perpendicular to the y-axis, that means it's gonna be this way. Right?
I know what.
So what is our limit now? If it is perpendicular to the y-axis.
Give me a second.
From 0 to 2. So can you do it now?
Whoa. But it doesn't start at 0. It starts a little bit.
It does, but you just can't see it because it's so close to the line.
Huh? This is 2. This is 2.
Yeah,
you
no,
can
but,
see.
but why at 0 though? It starts
Of
a little
course, this is perpendicular to the y. Assume yourself to be like this. You're looking at here. So this is now your upper curve. Do we have lower?
Yeah.
Nada.
bit. Oh, 0. It's actually good.
It's 0, right? So this is the only curve. If you look at right here on the y, because it's perpendicular to the y-axis.
Come on, bro. I thought you know that right now.
Oh,
So what to do with this function, guys? What to do with this function?
Equate it.
Okay, do it now. So y equals cube root of x. Therefore, you're gonna have to. Okay.
Cubes, I mean, squares.
So it's y cube
Then-
to x.
What is x now?
Y cube. From x to y cube.
Y cube. Very good. Okay.
Wait,
So
wait,
can
wait,
you
wait.
do it
Why-
now?
Why did that just happen? Why did he do that?
Equate.
Roy, what did we do for when y equals 2? We just.
So then it's,
Wait, why did you do that? Why
So
did
Y
you
equals 2 is not.
is it 0 minus, oh
Lower
no, it's
curve.
y cubed.
It is understood to be
No, because you define x equals.
this one only. So it's 0. So you see only this curve, right?
So it's 0
You
minus.
see only this curve. If it is perpendicular to y. And then, with anyone,
And you go.
stand and deliver
So it's 0
for
minus
number
y.
2.
Or x.
Alex?
1. No, that's not true.
So I know.
We're using x equals 0 now. Where is this? Is that zero? Is it 0 minus y3?
I got 7 point.
Yeah. 7.9, 0 minus x.
Yo, I got it right? Yeah, see? 0 minus.
What's up, my boy?
He's laughing at me, Mr. Right?
It's okay. But why you did not collaborate?
Oh, you're right, because he
You
wanted to
should-
be by himself.
You should collaborate each other,
He
guys.
didn't collaborate with me.
Oh my God. Remember,
I'm so
no man is an island.
Oh.
No man stands alone. So you should collaborate, guys.
You know who this stand alone? Napoleon.
Because saying says 2 heads are better than one,
That's what I said.
right?
Yeah.
So guys, I need you to collaborate. Discuss with your pair for number 2.
I thought the 0 was.
And Chris has the final answer, and he is right.
And he's gonna want to go put it up.
You should be getting a final volume of 7 point something.
7.91.
Please check your work.
Flesh
But
out.
who wants to stand and
God,
deliver?
you're a goon. It's hard.
To set up first the integral.
9.1, 7,
Yeah.
or 8.
Okay, remember this is equilateral triangle. So what's the formula for equilateral triangle, guys? Volume is equal to the integral. Since this is perpendicular to y, so our limit now is from 0 up to 2. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so from 0 to 2. And then, if you look at right here, since this is perpendicular to y, we only have this curve. So that means, can I just write first the square root of 3 over 4 before the integral sign? Okay, I'll change first. So we have volume is equal to square root of 3 over 4, the integral from 0 to 2. And then, what's next? This one, right? So, y cubed square dx.
Equals 2.
So that means what happens to this one? Y to the power of 6, right? Am I right, guys? Okay, you're gonna multiply. So that means volume is equal to square root of 3 over 4. The integral from 0 to 2. And you have y to the power of 6 dx. So this is how you set up the integral. And then after that, use a calculator to evaluate this one.
Let me try right now.
And I forgot to square it. We both did.
You forgot to square.
Oh, no, yeah.
Okay, but this time this is already simplified, right? This is already simplified. So grab a calculator now to evaluate this one. And approximately you have 7 point. What you have, Chris?
7.918.
918.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
918. Is this your final answer, Chris?
Yes.
If I am the AP corrector, if this
Units
is-
cubed.
Okay, cubic units. Okay, always indicate cubic units because this is volume. Okay, as much as possible, don't lose any point
Look, he didn't even write it.
because we're gonna accumulate all the points, guys,
I don't care. I don't care.
for every problem. Okay. Now, can you do now number 2, number 3, and number 4 by yourself?
It's okay, easy. I'm not gonna lie.
And I leave it to you guys. This is a practice, so I need you to do it by yourself now. I don't have to show the work right here for the rest of the numbers. And I think numbers 1 and 2 are already okay. Okay? So I'd like you to work now. Collaborate with your partner. Thank you, guys.
I think X equals 1.
So 0 to 1/2.